even money is probably a pretty good indication of how this game.
The Godolphin ponies off the track, but the ball's been thrown in.
We are underway. Guy Higginson straight onto the ball for New Zealand now. This is a good start. What they wanted. First touch on it. Iggy up to the 60-yard line. No runners there for him at the moment. Satnam Dillon coming back for England. He's been playing absolutely fantastic, Satnam, but he's hooked out of it really quickly. And a cheeky little whistle on play early on in this game.
And it's going to be Pete Webb to take it for England. He'll just tap it forward now. He'll try and draw a defending player in, but Guy Higginson's having nothing of that, so he belts it forward now. Brings it up now. Coming out is Henry Porter. Porter's hard ridden here, though, by young Howarth, Josh Howarth, and coming around the corner now. He's just picked up on the sideline there, Pete Webb.
Won't be any different, so keep your eye out for Gardner's horse. A throw-in back over on the far side. Players just getting told to give the umpire a tunnel. Back in, pops out. This is looking pretty good for New Zealand. Glenn Sheriff trying to get on the ball there, can't get hold of it. Satnam back up the boards again for England. Just popped out again, so pretty slow start in this first chuck. These teams are just going to take a little while to feel each other out, especially with the change for New Zealand now. Adam Howarth for the back end, can't get hold of it. Higgy now on the ball for New Zealand with the blue helmet coverage, looking for the run. He's trying to get it to Glenn Sheriff. He's their gun. Sheriff now, the little tap up to halfway. Have a look at the two. Number two's working away on each other over the top of the ball. Pops out, comes through pretty quick. Josh Cork leaves it behind. He's called off of it by Pete Webb. Pete Webb up to halfway. The English boys are streaming forward at the moment. Johnny Jones goes back. He's going to have to play a pretty decent backhand to get it back to one of the boys, and does. Near side backhand. Beautiful backhand by Johnny Jones for New Zealand. Now releases Glenn Sheriff. Sheriff absolutely monsters that. Up over halfway now. They're running, the New Zealand boys. Adam Howard's got a bit of room. What will he do? Just taps it forward. Can't get hold of that one, but Sheriff's still free in behind. Glenn Sheriff, is he going to have a shot, or he checks up? Puts the hard check in and gets himself back onto the ball now. Running up the baseline. This is looking pretty good for New Zealand. Satnam Dillon saves the day for England, but through. Guy Higginson, near side, backhand shot, just gone out to the left-hand side.
A few tactics organised, I think. This New Zealand team's really taken to him. So Pete Webb hits it in. Now he brings it up the centre now, looking for Satnam Dillon, but it comes off Johnny Jones' pony. Bounces out in front. Picked up there by Porter now, but turning around now, it's Satnam Dillon going back in the fence. Now Pete Webb will get there first. He'll take it out to the boards, and I think if it hits that, we'll see a change of pace.
Still deep in the attack for New Zealand at the moment.
Looks like there's two off the track here, Marty, but for this chucker.
We'll keep an eye out. Sheriff straight on the ball now. Off the little retrained racehorse. This is looking pretty good again. Glenn Sheriff just cuts the right. Is the next shot coming? The little tap, 5 goals. Glenn Sheriff, he's hooked out of it. And they're clearing the way. Out they come now, England. By the way of Henry Porter out to the far side. Goes for the big open cut shot to the boards. Johnny Jones is going to meet him at the ball. Pete Webb now. Johnny Jones, near side backhand. Bang, straight back into Pete Webb. Just checks up. He's got no runners. What's he going to do? Bang, opens the shoulders. This is looking pretty good. They're running hard. Satnam Dillon, Guy Higginson coming together. Satnam called off it. Pete Webb now with a shot on goal. Has it got the legs? I don't think it will. Johnny Jones gets back to save the day. Great backhand by Johnny Jones for New Zealand. Quick turnaround now. Henry Porter with the backhand for England. Guy Higgy gets onto the ball, but he's got to leave it. Pete comes through. Peter Webb, this is looking pretty good. Peter Webb on the 30-yard line. Webby now running towards goal. Flag will go up. There's the first goal of the game.
A little bit of horsepower has turned out to be dominant thing for them. Anyway, it's in play now, and it's hacked out there by Porter. Porter brings it up off the boards. Here comes, well, first two, I think it's going to be, no it's not, it's going to be that man again, Pete Webb. He just brings the ball up. Just tapping it forward now. Sheriff is there to worry him for it, and as they cruise around.
Johnny Jones to bring it in. Can hit a big ball. Opens the shoulders out to the right hand side, trying to find Guy Higginson. Higgy can't check up and get back to that one, but Satnam's round onto it very quick, leaves it behind. Now Higgy's got the ball back again. The two blue helmets go at it. Higgy will switch to the near side and pick it up, no problem for him. Now he's running. Look at the little bay pony stretch out. He's running away from Satnam. If he can keep the ball, he can. Guy Higginson now 40 yards out for New Zealand. Guy Higginson! Flag goes up. What a goal by Guy Higginson. That's why they've
Scored. That's just to ensure that if there are any different weather conditions, doesn't matter today, but we keep that going just in case. Anyway, out of the ruck it comes. First one to it here is going to be Johnny Jones, and he tries to get the ball hacking out of the ruck, but in comes Josh Cork now. The Guy Higginson gets the stick to the ball. Coming through now Johnny Jones once again. He goes on the near side. The ball bounces out awkwardly. First one around to it is going to be Adam Howe. He doesn't quite get the backhand, but he gets a tap forehand shot. Gets a big bump from Porter, and out of the ruck comes Satnam Dillon now, and Dillon's got running 2 or 3 lengths clear, but the ball bounces a little bit awkwardly for him. So it's going to be picked up here by Sheriff. Glenn Sheriff brings the ball around the corner. It's taken away though by Pete Webb. Webb brings the ball into, well, he doesn't quite bring it to centre field. He's running it down to the right hand corner. Guy Higginson goes with him. Oh, lovely cut shot by Peter Webb. That's going to run in towards the back line and go behind. And that will be the end of the first chucker.
Even Stevens here at 1-1. Pete Webb and Adam Howarth going a long way from the play. But back. They're not getting out of their back line. They're trying to get around. Johnny Jones can't get around too quickly at the moment. Henry Porter's going to get there. Johnny clears the ball though. Done well. Satnam Dillon gets the ball though. Cuts him off. Johnny comes through, makes the hook on Satnam. They're still fighting pretty hard. Henry Porter comes through, leaves it behind. Now Guy Higgy switches to the near side and does well. Pushes the little pony through. England defending beautifully. Josh Cork with a nice little backhand. It's only going to go as far as Johnny Jones. Johnny now turns back up the inside. Going to have a bit of pressure. Needs a runner. Wants to get it to Higgy out to the far side. Quite not. Does. Reach Higgy now. Doing a lot of work on the near side is Higgy. Johnny Jones calls him out and wants to open the shoulders, and that's exactly what he does. Look out, here comes Glenn Sheriff on reflex. Glenn Sheriff on the near side. That horse has got plenty of pace. Glenn Sheriff now cutting through on the near side. Sheriff on Dick Doolan's reflex. Up the goal. Fantastic goal by Glenn Sheriff.
Very good, we'll put the ball in. And it goes through to the number 3s. And off the back it's Satnam Dillon, but it hits Pete Webb's pony on the way through and picked up by Guy Higgy. He'll take it now up towards the halfway. Doesn't quite get the ball. Satnam's in there to pick up the pass. Now he's just dribbling it forward. He's got nobody up front. Pete Webb's going to stay there and cover for him. Now he brings it around Sheriff. Runs it in towards goal. He's got a lot of pony's legs to get through there. It's running up there. That'll be an equaliser for England. Nice one again from Pete Webb.
What can the Kiwi boys do now in reply? Berg, ball back in. Nearly goes all the way through. The two big guns, Sheriff and Webby. Webby's going to come across now. Beautiful backhand by Peter Webb. It's going to release Josh Cork. He just bobs up, but Johnny Jones comes across. Cuts him off now. Jones is going to have to play the near side backhand. Usually pretty good and does so. Beautiful backhand looking for Sheriff. Sheriff turns around really quick. Webby comes up the line. Plenty of room there to go. Pete Webb now with plenty of pace. He's only going to have to get past Johnny Jones. Peter Webb up to the 60-yard line. Halfway through this second chucker. Peter Webb free running all the way from halfway.
With the throw in on the halfway. New Zealand now heading to the western end, but it's England who get possession. Satnam's shot bounces off the pony, drops out in front. They all look for it. Satnam hooks Howarth out of the play. Now gets the next one on the near side, but they were turning from all sorts of angles.
For New Zealand, what will he do? Will he unload straight away? He does so. Beautiful lofted shot. Just out to the right-hand side, looking for the runner of Guy Higginson. Higgy underneath the neck. Pretty good shot on goal. Just run out to the right hand. Peter Webb now to bring it in for England. Webby out to the right hand side. Satnam Dillon puts the hammer down and goes there, but it bounces off a horse. Will he get back to it? He does. Picks it up on the near side. The beautiful running little chestnut, pushing it forward, trying to get Josh Cork to run forward for him. Cork now, they're working back. Johnny Jones just gets a neat little backhand, just enough on it. Higgy turns up the line. It's going to be Guy Higgins, and Peter Webb comes through, and there'll be a whistle on that one, I'd say.
So Glenn Sheriff gets hold of it, puts it in the air, but it's blocked. No, it's not. It's gone through. I think it might have even come off one of the... Getting the score up a bit quickly for him. Oh no, in it goes. Comes out of the ruck now. First one to it, there's young Adam Howarth, but he's hooked out of the play. Everybody's hooked out of the play. Finally, it's Porter gets a shot at the ball, but turning it around now is Guy Higginson. Higginson's shot is going to be kicked up here by Glenn Sheriff. Peter Webb gets in there, but has to get out again. Now turning the ball up is Josh Cork. Cork brings the ball out towards the boards. He's got to turn it up, straighten it up here now. In goes Howarth to pick up the bounce off the board. Little backhand shot's good enough though. No, it's not. It's going to be picked up here by Pete Webb. He takes it across into centre field. Out goes Guy Higgins to come round the short way, but Webb unloads on this one. Puts it down here, and in comes Henry Porter now to bring the ball up into the goal mouth area. Can he get it through? Yes, he does. Lovely goal, Henry Porter. If they see it, they're really hitting the ball. It's so in it goes. Well, Henry Porter tries to get it again, but this time Josh Cork comes off the pony. He goes off the pony again. Now it's picked up by Adam Howarth for New Zealand. He'll just try and dribble the ball into centre field, but it's backed out there. Next one to it is Guy Higginson, his shot into a pony. Now turning it around is Henry Porter once again. Porter on the near side, brings it up to the halfway line. Look at Johnny Jones going back in defence here. Here comes Porter now. Cut shot from here. No, he'll run it down to the corner. Big angle to go. Ooh, puts the brakes on. Johnny Jones is in there, just gets a stick to the ball, pushes it forward, but Porter comes through. He's hooked out of the play. Johnny Jones, backhand. No, he feints for the backhand, turns the pony round, brings it up the boards, passes it up to Sheriff. Glenn Sheriff now gets a couple of lengths clear on the pack, reins it up along the boards. Look at Porter going back in offence, the two red shirts. Oh, but just comes off the boards. Porter will be, no, it won't, it'll be Pete Webb. His shot comes off the boards, coming through with Satnam. So Glenn Sheriff comes in now, and he'll just tap the ball forward now. We'll see if he can set one of his players up. Guy Higginson has taken Henry Porter out of the way. Sheriff brings the ball around the side. Josh Cork comes in, just gets a little tap backhand on, but now Higginson pulls off and goes for the clear ball now. Brings it down towards the goal, running in there. Oh, backhand shot. No, it's a forehand. Coming in, I think it's Johnny Jones who comes in finally. And no, it was Guy. Actually, he followed up on his own hit, so...
a Clarion horse will come out in the fourth under Pete Webb.
Thanks, Adam. Johnny Jones quick on the ball now for New Zealand. This is looking pretty good. Equalised at the end of the last chukker. Johnny Jones, the number 4 for New Zealand. What's he going to do? The cut shot. Checks up, no. Wants to run it in. Comes back inside. He's hard ridden there by Satnam Dillon. Peter Webb, beautiful backhand to clear it for England now. First one round onto it. Adam Howarth comes in very quickly. Webby comes through. Sticks in the air. Everyone's yelling no whistle on play. They turn around. Satnam Dillon now, beautiful backhand, but it only goes as far as Guy Higgy in underneath. They're clearing it now. Henry Porter turns around. Glenn Sheriff, this is looking pretty good. Sheriff, will he have a shot on the tap? Sheriff now up to 5 yards, needs the little underneath. Glenn Sheriff stays on the horse, the ball's still in. Higgy comes over the top, puts it through.
Okay, we're underway now. Glenn Sheriff back on the field, but it's going to be Adam Howarth hits it forward first, but turned around by Henry Porter. Porter's shot is picked up by Josh Cork. Josh Cork coming through there. Perhaps the umpires weren't happy with the direction he was travelling.
Little Elliston pony, where's he going to go? He's looking for blockers. Peter Webb tries to get to him and meets the ball, but he just beats that one very quickly. Webby's now got to get back into the play. Sheriff still with the ball. Satnam Dillon blocking Sheriff. Sheriff underneath, needs the runner. Only goes as far as the pony's in front. Satnam quick to turn around on the ball. Satnam Dillon cuts back to the right-hand side. Beats Sheriff and opens up the big bay pony. He's got no runners in front of him though. He needs to check up and does so. Sheriff checking up for the block as well. It's all Satnam Dillon, Glenn Sheriff at the moment. He's waiting for a bit of support, waiting for Webby to come back round behind, and that's exactly what he does. Pete now calls him off. They do the old 1-2. Satnam opens up the shoulders.
And it goes down towards the back line. In defence there's Johnny Jones. He waits to see. He's not going to reach the back line, so he'll bring it around the turn. Looks to try and set some forward players up. It's picked up there by Guy Higginson. Higginson brings the ball forward, gets a big bump from Satnam Dillon, and he also gets the ball. Now he'll try and run it down to goal. He's got Glenn Sheriff to get past, but Satnam reaches out. Glenn Sheriff gets a stick to the ball, but it's still going to go through the goal. And so it's all square once again.
Back to the centre, straight back into it. Josh Cork tries to get it, gets hooked out of it. Now, Guy Higginson releases himself, gets the hook. Big hook by Satnam Dillon. He was going to absolutely wail on that one, was Higgy, but he's hooked out of it now. Satnam Dillon with a bit of breathing room. He's called out of it. The English boys are riding over the top of it. Bouncing in underneath the horse. Satnam again with the ball underneath the net. Doesn't get hold of that one. He's going to get ridden hard by Adam Howarth. Adam Howarth now needs to hook him out of it, does so. Higgy with the backhand. Only goes as far as Josh Cork. Cork, Higginson now on the ball. Higginson beats that one, gets running, doesn't want it to touch the boards. He wants to stay on the little bay pony. Big hook there by Cork. Unload Sheriff. This is pretty good for New Zealand. Higginson pumping the little pony. He's not going to get past Peter Webb at the moment. Webby, what's he going to go? Under the neck. No, the open back end. Nobody's turned up for it. But Satnam Dillon gets to it quickly.
Now boys, Ian, what do you think of the field here this afternoon?
Well, you can see this galloping Polo, the way the ball's hitting, but the comments have been these fields are as good as anywhere in the world, so it's Satnam Dillon using it to his best advantage now, hitting the ball forward. Turned around by Guy Higginson, but it's picked up there by Josh Cork. He puts it out towards the sideline. Satnam's out there, but in comes Glenn Sheriff, but it's picked up by Porter. Porter puts the ball in the centre field. Satnam riding hard on this line. In comes Pete Webb. He takes the ball up over the halfway. Now Satnam comes through, but Johnny Jones is back there in defence. He'll bring the ball across the field a little way. Oh, doesn't quite get the length he'd like on that one. Now turned around nicely by Glenn Sheriff. Sheriff, it's going to be picked up here by Josh Cork. Josh Cork's backhand. Oh, and he finds Henry Porter. Porter brings the ball down on the left-hand side, looking to straighten up towards goal. It bounces out a little to the left, though. So he's got a near-side backhand from here. Brings it across. No, hits a pony. Who's next to it? It's going to be Glenn Sheriff. Sheriff brings it out towards the side. The man coming in from outside, and the whistle has blown.
Glenn Sheriff now opens up the shoulders, just gets a little bit of turf before he hits that one, so doesn't get the distance he wants. Satnam Dillon now out to the far side for England on the boards, just looks for the check up. He's got Josh Cork running for him. Cork now checks up, gets beaten by Higgy. Satnam comes through. Guy Higginson, Satnam Dillon about to go out at the two blue helmets. Higgy now checks up, looks across, goes for the near side backhand. Beautiful near side backhand by Higgy, just pops it out over the boards on the far side. Remember, ladies and gents, please don't throw the ball back. Back in, line up. Higgy again, underneath all the horses, looking for a running Glenn Sheriff. Glenn Sheriff's gone, he's got Webby trying to get hold of him. Sheriff on the near side now, comes across, look at Webby, make up for it. Webby comes across, the big fella wins that one, doesn't get hold of the back end. They're all appealing, everyone's appealing, no whistle at the moment. Glenn Sheriff's now going to beat him to the ball, does so, gets a little back end. Who's going to turn up on it? Webby comes through, they're coming around in front. No whistle on play. Adam Howarth now. Howarth 10 yards out. Can't get hold of that one. Leaves it for Higgy. Higgy with a little tap in. Goal time for New Zealand.
No, antes.
So, ball thrown in. And out of the ruck comes Henry Porter with a shot down the boards. Pete Webb's there to pick it up, just dribbles it forward. He's hard ridden though by Glenn Sheriff, so he's not going to get a clean shot of the ball. Still dribbling it forward though, he's still got control of it. Now it's tapped out towards the corner. Satnam Dillon goes in, watches the ball spot. Or is it just on the back line? Anyway, it's about the same effect because it's going to be Johnny Jones to bring it in. And he'll push it up into centre field now. Looking for the pass to Glenn Sheriff, and Glenn Sheriff is there. But in comes Pete Webb. These two have been having a tremendous tussle. But Sheriff gets the shot in. He's almost got it to the halfway, sitting out on the boards. Guy Higginson comes in, keeps possession for New Zealand, only just. Again, the whistle has blown.
Couple of chuckers left to go. Still very close. One goal in it, 6-5. We've been pretty much goal for goal the whole game. But this is the premiership chucker right now. Glenn Sheriff, beautiful backhand up over halfway for New Zealand. Trying to release the boys. Higgy goes over the top. Josh Cork now, neat little backhand. Doesn't go very far. Webby's got the ball. Pete Webb now on the halfway. Hooked out of it by Higgy. Johnny Jones comes through. Johnny now tries to cut the ball to a running Glenn Sheriff. I don't think he's going to get it to him. Peter Webb comes over the top. Webby cuts through. Nearly cuts off Adam Howarth. Howarth now has got plenty of pace. Howarth on the near side, chips it in underneath. Peter Webb gets a little bit on it, tries to get back to it, but he can't. Glenn Sheriff now, this is looking pretty good. Huge, big ride-off. Sheriff gets back onto the ball, keeps playing on, no whistle on play. Higgy comes through on the near side. New Zealand pressing hard still, down in the pocket. But they're released now. Satnam Dillon for England. Satnam takes the hook. Called off, it cuts back to the right hand side. He's got Higgy pressing him. He's trying to get it up to the runner. Goes up over halfway, looking for Peter Webb. Look at the pass. Just reaches Webby. Webby's got the runner now. Henry Porter's gone for him if he wants to unload. He doesn't, he just checks up. Takes a bit of time now. Higgy comes across. Sheriff cuts him off now. Satnam Dillon, Guy Higginson, they've been going at it all day. Satnam unloads, doesn't get all of it, doesn't go very far. Glenn Sheriff just sneaks it across underneath on the near side now. Sheriff to turn the ball. He's got a lot of skill, Glenn Sheriff. Just gets a couple of blocks. Johnny Jones blocking for him now. Sheriff keeps control. Cuts back up to the right-hand side. The one's a really long way from him. He's had the ball stolen off him. Peter Webb, whistle on play.
And he gets hold of it too, drives it down the centre, but it looks like, oh no, sneaking in there is Guy Higginson. I thought Webby was going to pick that one up, but out comes Satnam now with the ball. Satnam Dillon lofts the ball out towards the sideline. That'll bounce just onto the boards. Will he get the next shot in? Gosh, Glenn Sheriff is there to worry for, but Satnam steals a couple of lengths on him. Now he runs the ball down towards the 60-yard line. Satnam Dillon out in his own here, running it up towards goal. He's put it out to the right, and that means he can't come in for the hook. Glenn Sheriff can't come in for the hook, but Satnam not able to get hold of it. Turned around by Guy Higginson. Higginson's shot covered here by Peter Webb. Webby will come around the corner with it. Clever play, gets away from the opposition now. And he's got Satnam Dillon covering for him there, so he can afford to try and push it through the traffic. In comes Satnam, he gets a little tap to the ball too. Who's next to it? And it looks like it was Glenn Sheriff got it, but a lovely backhand by Pete Webb, but it's going left to the post. It's picked up there by Glenn Sheriff. Lovely backhand by Sheriff, but it's going to be Josh Cork with a backhand shot there. It bounces off Porter's pony. Now, Satnam Dillon drives it through the ruck. Can't pick the ball up. Will it get there? No, it won't. And, well, Adam Howarth, they talk about at all costs. So, the ball's still in play though. He's hit the post. That's his bad luck. And
so throw in on the far side, all square, 6 goals all. Away with it, Adam Howarth gets first touch on it for New Zealand. He's got plenty of pace on this one, but Webby goes back. Beautiful backhand by Webby. Satnam Dillon, very skillful pick up by Satnam to turn the ball there. Guy Higginson pressing him. Glenn Sheriff comes across. Now they're starting to stream back. He's got Henry Porter running for him if he wants him out to the left, but he's had it stolen from him. Higgy's done well. Now New Zealand got control. Sheriff's turning for him if he wants to cut an open backhand. He goes for the turn option himself. Has it stolen from him. Webby now on the far side, underneath the net. And he goes as far as the next player. Glenn Sheriff picks up the ball now. Sheriff with the running ball. He's got Henry Porter trying to hook him. Beats the hook. Glenn Sheriff, 5 goals near side. Can't pick up that one. Satnam Dillon been working really hard for England all day long. Satnam gets running. He just blasts it into his own player. I reckon Josh Cork will get a bit of a tune up for that one later on. But they're still running now. Still got the ball. Webby comes through with a bit of pace the back end. They need a run in New Zealand. Get going, Adam Howarth. Adam Howarth, Guy Higginson. Howarth goes for the cut. Higgy to put him into the lead. Guy Higginson.
And then you've also got Johnny Jones on the little mare called Guess, owned by Shane Fagan.
So we're underway here, second half, with a quick whistle too.
well, that's the way to hit a penalty. So ball comes in play now, thrown in, and off the back of the ruck. Finally, it's going to be Guy Higginson, I think, who gets real possession of the ball, and he unloads, puts it right through the ruck. It rolls down over the 60-yard line now. Look at him coming out here. It's like the start of the Melbourne Cup. In comes Satnam Dillon with the backhand shot. Runs into a pony, bounces up in front of Glenn Sheriff. Satnam comes in and worries him for the ball, and the umpires aren't happy about it.
Guy Higginson straight through the middle. Thank you, Adam. Back in we go. England now, they need a quick one. But Higgy's got it again. He's on fire at the moment. Guy Higginson. Some people saying, why wasn't he in the first game? Higgy now running it in from the 60-yard line. Guy Higginson for another one.
In the field will change ends, and it comes in off the number 2s and out of the ruck. Well, it's this time Satnam Dillon in the blue helmet, not Guy Higginson, and Satnam, but the bouncing ball beats him, turned around there by Glenn Sheriff. His shot is going to be picked up. No, it's going to be Josh Cork who brings it around for England. But Adam Howe's going to make sure he works hard for it. Still gets the ball rolling in the right direction. And, well, a bit of a squeeze in there, and the umpires have an opinion about it. Adam Howe going right out the front, the rest of the team staying back to cover for Glenn Sheriff, who takes the ball, just taps it up. He's going to try and draw Pete Webb to go with him, but Pete Webb's taken out of the way there by Higginson, so that leaves Glenn Sheriff. His shot hits the pony's foot, but he picks up the bounce, and he runs it off the boards. That's the siren for the end of the second chugger, but we've still got 30 seconds to go if they can keep it in play. New Zealand on the attack again. In comes Pete Webb, gives him a no beg pardons bump, and that might invite a whistle.
So we start the 5th chucker off with a penalty to New Zealand. Guy back to the centre. England need to get a wriggle on quickly. They want to get themselves back into this game. They can do it, it's been done before. Guy Higginson, Satnam Dillon riding each other off. These two been going at it all day long. Done a huge amount of work for it. Their respective teams. Satnam Dillon now beats the hook. He's going to have to get past Glenn Sheriff. Glenn Sheriff might give him one back for the previous chucker. Neat little backhand, no one back there. Peter Webb back for England now. Going to turn the ball on a little pony called Ballerina. Bang, big ride-off. Look at Glenn Sheriff get the ride-off from Josh Cork. Sheriff there, 3-on-1, just doing all the work himself. Webby's now going to leave it for Satnam. Satnam wants to unload. He's got runners. He does that. Beautiful driving shot. Look at Peter Webb come from all the way from the back. They're up the front now. Underneath, Henry Porter under the neck. Who's going to be the first one onto it? Guy Higginson. Where will he go? Across to the boards. Open back out. First one round onto it. Sheriff tries to check in and get to that one. Peter Webb just taking the whole game on his own shoulders now. Runs round everyone. Webby, 40 yards out. Webby, what can he do? Keeps control now. Needs to get the shot off underneath the net. Peter Webb with the big neck shot. Great goal.
Adam's doing a bit of gender reordering here. Okay, in play goes now, and it's taken ahead by New Zealand. But a backhand shot by Josh Cork. Brings it up now, oh, but no, in comes Guy Higginson, steals it for New Zealand, brings it across the field. Where's Glenn Sheriff? He's going to come round and cover for him. He'll go looking for his number 1 up there, that's Adam Howarth. Guy Higginson just sits back, gets the next shot in. He's gone right over to the right-hand side, so he cuts in from there, straightens it up nicely. Checked by Josh Cork, but in comes Glenn Sheriff. It's a backhand shot there by Petey Webb, and Satnam Dillon comes out to pick up the pass. Just bringing the ball around the corner now. But England deep in defence, they need to get out of here. So here goes Satnam Dillon now, running up along the boards. In comes Glenn Sheriff with a lovely near side backhand picked up now. Oh, and look at Satnam's shot in the air and down almost the 60-yard line. There goes the bell to let them know it's about time they change horses. The head comes off the stick, so it's back there by Glenn Sheriff. In comes Josh Cork, but he can't beat Guy Higginson. Higginson beats the hook, takes the ball off the boards. Now he runs it up into centre field. Peter Webb back there in defence. Look at Johnny Jones going back there now for New Zealand, but he gets a bump from Josh Cork, and it's going to be Peter Webb round the corner with it. Now, he's got a man up front with no stick. So, oh, in they come, off they go, almost.
Peter Webb takes it off the back of the line. Guy Higginson gets to him quickly. Henry Porter goes running, streaming forward now. Webby. He's got Higginson working hard on him, and Higginson steals the ball. That's really good for New Zealand. Guy, now with a bit of time, turns the ball, comes back inside Satnam Dillon, looks for the runner. He's got Sheriff streaming forward. This is good for New Zealand. Glenn Sheriff on the chestnut, pins it to his that. Glenn Sheriff's within range underneath the net. Glenn Sheriff hasn't got the legs and looks pretty good from here. Peter Webb trying to get back to defend, and they've just pushed it out to the right-hand side. Satnam plays quickly for England off the back line and lets the pony run out to the right-hand side. Looks like he's got plenty of pace, so he uses it. Satnam up to the boards, up to halfway, wants it to stay in. That's exactly what it does. Then Sheriff gets back really quick. Sheriff near side backhand, unloads a beautiful backhand. Peter Webb turns around really quickly though. Webby working hard at the back for England. Webby now the tap, tries to turn and burn on Guy Higginson. Higgy gets him now. Johnny Jones with a neat little backhand, trying to get it to Glenn Sheriff, but couldn't. Josh Cork now just bobs up, picks that one off. He's going to go head-to-head with Johnny Jones. Josh Cork underneath the net. Out over to the far side. He's going a long way round. Stay on your horse there, Johnny. They need you in the fight, mate. Josh Cork still got the ball. Up to 40-yard lines. He's taking it all the way around. Satnam's working hard for him. Josh Cork with a tap. Solo goal by Josh Cork. They have kept it in. Unbelievable saving shot by Glenn Sheriff, but they're still in the fight. Cork now working hard, gets the little tip right off and a whistle on play.
From the 30, and it's going to be Petey Webb to come in and just walk in. Taps the ball through, and so England in this chucker, so still plenty of time for them to score 3 goals. Guy Higginson have just, any time they get possession, they're really dangerous. So, it's in play. Comes out for Peter Webb now, and Peter Webb brings the ball forward now. Now he's got England on the attack. Oh, he just drags the ball a bit there. Just trying to draw a man in. He got a man, Guy Higginson, who'll come out and play the backhand. Backhand shot, bounce off the pony, but turning up now is Henry Porter, but around the back comes Satnam Dillon. Dillon can see the goals up there, but he's hooked out of the next play. In comes Josh Cork, little backhand shot, picked up by Glenn Sheriff. Glenn Sheriff takes the ball out towards the sideline. It's picked up now by Pete Webb at the back. Brings it into centre. He's trying to open these goals up a little, get away from that thing, but a big bump from Guy Higginson. He gets the near side forehand. Now Peter Webb has to come around again, but Sheriff's chasing him. Peter Webb's ball bounces off a pony's foot, goes out, the Sheriff's there to pick it up once again. Away goes New Zealand. No, they don't. I think he's put it over the sideline.
There is not long left now, the New Zealand camp. They'll be starting to crack some tins down the end, that's for sure. They're still in the fight. Satnam Dillon now on the boards. Near side, turn the ball. Only a couple of seconds left now. Satnam Dillon to finish the game. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. New Zealand run out victors. 11 goals to 8 over England. Fantastic game of polo.
Ladies and gentlemen, just don't forget, we do have the presentation for the great netball Clarity, and Johnny Jones, the number